No, anybody that's been following along, I know there's a bunch of high school kids that now they know the truth. Like we're right here. This is the traffic. I was just trying to go to Wisconsin because I don't trust law enforcement in Dakota County, and I'm going to report it to the Hudson Police Department, any police department that'll listen to me about my mom's murder, because nobody is doing anything about it. Again, my mom was poisoned with rat poison over a 2-week span. Her body turned extremely purple. She told me she felt like she was being poisoned before she died. No medical examiner's report, no autopsy. No, she doesn't have a memorial stone or a tombstone. She was supposed to be buried tomb and casket next to my dad in their will. Okay? They told us this. My mom told me she gave me all of her insurance money because I'm the only one that would do good things with it. Okay? And so my sister, Amy Comboy, and Dr. Timothy Comboy, who is a pedophile, okay, and a murderer, they committed insurance fraud and they covered up a murder. So did the 6 Rosemount police officers. The chief, Michael Dahlstrom, Officer Swanson, Officer Larson, Officer Gage Litzner, Bruce Bentley, okay, and Carson Thomas. They all covered up my mom's murder. They know she was murdered. Realize that? That there's a massive police cover-up. Then Stephanie, my friend, she reported it to every police department. She sent it out to every single police department, and they did nothing. They've done nothing. Okay? So ask yourself, just look up at my dad told everybody my mom died of a ruptured aorta. Okay? Well, look up the symptoms from a ruptured aorta. And now that's a non-natural death. If you don't die of old age, that's a non-natural death. She was on a bunch of prescription pills, okay? We should have got her blood work, her blood analysis, autopsy, everything. If my dad did the insurance paperwork correctly. So they told the insurance company at 63 years old, my mom died of natural causes. And so I called Horace Mann. I've called Fidelity, okay? And I asked them, you need a medical examiner's report. You need an autopsy, okay? You can't get your insurance check without it. So my dad has like millions of dollars in his bank account that belongs to me. Okay. Now my dad also is friends with the judge during my court case, divorce, who literally had me put in jail 4 times. I've been to jail 4 times. I've been put in solitary confinement. I'm innocent. I haven't done anything. Kirsten moved out of our house in 2019. We've been separated since 2019. And as soon as my mom caught their affair, she reported them to the FBI. Because they sell pictures of I was told I could not post any pictures of my daughters. I'm not allowed to post any pictures of my daughters. Because Kirsten sells them to pedophiles. She gets paid extra. Okay, it goes supply and demand. The least amount of pictures of your kids on social media, the higher the price for them, so they can make more money. Because they're like, you know what I mean? So the more pictures people put out on Facebook and Instagram, the pedophiles take them for free. But then they do like AI and make them look naked. Okay, it's sick. Like, so that's what Kirsten, she only makes like $3,000 a month, and she told the judge she spends $7,000. Where do you get all that extra money? Well, she sells pictures of my daughters. She's a pedophile too. So my dad and Kirsten got caught by my mom being pedophiles, so they poisoned her. Kirsten told me before my mom died that she was gonna die. Like, she told me that. She said, your mom's gonna die early. And then like a month later, my mom did. I called Kirsten crying. I said, you see, you're right. And then she took bereavement for the funeral. She didn't show up to the funeral. She didn't even show up to my mom's funeral. Okay? They belong in prison. Kirsten Comboy and Tim Comboy and Amy Comboy all belong in prison. So do the 6 cops that covered up her death. They belong in prison today. Like, they should be arrested today. Okay? My mom's ashes were kept behind a box of adult diapers. A box of adult diapers. She was supposed to be buried, tomb and casket. That's a Mason sign for me put you in diapers, bitch. Like, so I want anybody that's like following along here to call the Rosemount Police Department and ask them why they're not doing anything about my mom's murder. She was murdered with rat poison, which is murder one. My dad said on the police report her last breath was 5 a.m. He waited 1 hour and 21 minutes to call the police. He moved the body from the bed to the floor. Okay? So I'm calling on any good police officers, okay, that aren't involved with this cover up. Because I just tried to report it to Dakota County Sheriff. It shouldn't be this hard to report a murder. Like, I tried calling them. And then I called the Apple Valley Courthouse today. Because why isn't my motions even being replied to? This is the third motion I've submitted that Judge Knutson, who's friends with my dad and in this pedophile cult, okay, obviously, otherwise he wouldn't have done that. He would have followed the law. He's committed serious felonies. Serious felonies, that judge. I requested a new judge. They can't deny you. Under the statute, when you request a new judge, they can't deny you. They denied my request for a new judge. Because I found Judge Knutson, he's in my dad's cell phone book. My dad hired half of the Rosemount Police Department. He waited to get his officers the shift change. He waited. That's why he waited 1 hour and 21 minutes. That's called lying in wait. That's also automatic murder one. Like, if you just read, and then they only wrote like one paragraph about my mom's death, and they didn't even take pictures of her dead body. Because if anybody looked, they would know that she was poisoned. Because that's not signs of a ruptured aorta. That's signs of rat poisoning, warfarin. She was poisoned with warfarin, which is an ingredient in rat poison. That's why her body turned purple. Her body shouldn't have been purple before she died. Okay? Her body should not have been purple before she died. Rigor mortis sets in 1 to 2 hours after death. My mom was about 300 pounds. Okay? It would have taken at least 4 hours with all the body tissue and fat for the rigor mortis to set in through the fat tissue. Like, her body should have looked white. If you look up a ruptured aorta, it's because you lose oxygen, right? You turn white. You don't turn purple. That's poison. So anybody that cares about my daughters being molested by my dad, because my wife doesn't, because I didn't know how sinister she was. It's like, please call Apple Valley Police Department, Roosevelt Police Department, call the FBI. I've tried to. None of my calls or reports get through for some reason. It's like my calls get rerouted. Like, for example, I just searched on Google the Apple Valley Courthouse's number. It's a different number than on the business card. It's a completely different number. Why? And I got a customer service representative. It's usually, if you are answering legal phones, you're either a law clerk in the office, or not working from home. This lady said she was working from home. Okay? So I'm calling on, if there's any good police officers in the Rosemount Police Department or Apple Valley Police Department, you need to arrest my dad and Kirsten for what they've done. And at very minimum, investigate the murder. I'm reporting she was poisoned, murdered. She was supposed to be buried, tomb and casket. Okay? She was cremated in under 48 hours with no medical examiner's report, no autopsy, nothing. Nothing. It's like, so I have to drive to Wisconsin now to report this, and I have to do all my reports live so people will believe me. I shouldn't have to do this. It's like, this is how much we protect pedophiles in America. And if you don't believe me, go to Lifetime Fitness today to one of their kids' camps, and you'll see, if you're a man who cares about children and wants to protect them like me, there's naked men that literally get stared at, or naked boys that literally get stared at by naked men inside that locker room, all day. They purposely make the kids go in there and change naked. They don't even have to change. They could just wear their stuff home. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, there's actually a family locker room that the kids should be changing in. But they refuse to do it because the pedophiles run the courts. They run everything. The law of 6%. All it takes is 6%, okay, to destroy the rest of the country. Okay? So please, if you care about children or my mother being murdered, please speak up about it, because I've tried to and nobody's doing anything about it.